Hey everyone, part 3 here for y'all, and this one's just going to be kind of a chit chat and squaring off anything that I kind of missed from part 2, and just wanted to show y'all too while I'm talking. This is something I've been working on, and part 4 I'm going to come out with today. Like, I literally have the rocks in the oven and they're heating up right now, so give me like another hour and you'll have part 4. But in part 4, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building the 3D background. And if you want it like I did it, you want it 3D, like really 3D, you're going to have to do it in 2 different stages. And that's what I'm going to do with the tank I'm going to show you today, because I'm trying to accomplish a certain look that I think will look really badass. And it'll be really cheap and it'll look good, but y'all bear with me on that. But back to this, all this is, I'm going to show you all, just to give you a little bit of motivation, show you all how to make stuff like this. And believe it or not, this one's not even done. I'm going to build another piece that juts out over here and connects up in there to create more swimways. But just also, it's just a random part 3. See this part? Let's remove this stone. And all of my DIY, all of it's optional for you to do what you want. You know, there's no like exact way to do this. And in part 4, I'm not going to be like the rest of the parts. I'm probably not going to be talking much, because it's just going to be basically you observing and you making an educated guess of what you need to do for yourself. But see, like this piece, it just slips off. Let me try and get it out without scratching the glass. See though? All that depth from just this one piece. And I'll show y'all all how to make pieces like this. So that just looks badass. And then let's put it back in. Put it there and get a grip on it, just to show you how easy it is. Like, lava rock's great, y'all. Put it there. I think I'm gonna make this one permanent and silicone it in. But see, that it's just there by its imagination. I mean, until it gets siliconed in. And then last little piece of resistance, it's gonna be the wedging piece. But see though how much depth you get? That's just a 10-gallon aquarium. It looks badass. So y'all bear with me. We're gonna do some cool stuff. But at the end of the part, what I want to talk about, these are a little pricey, but these come in handy. Like this kit in particular, it comes with all sorts of different tips in it. And they're gonna go bad. I mean, silicone dries, but for your final stages, you might want this if you're not too nifty. So you might want to consider maybe getting some of these, just some of these blunt tip things. See, this one's dry. Like, I just reuse them. Like, here you go. Even if this black thing will come out sometimes, you can just push it through with like a clothes hanger or something. But you just clean it. Clean out the tip. Usually you can just grab it, but you can shove something through there and it's good to go again. You can reuse it. But that's for getting towards the final stages. But when you're doing the background, and just for all of them, you want to cut this thing as small as you can, and then get a nail that fits that perfectly and some saran wrap, because you're not going to use the whole tube of silicone your first go around. You might, I mean, if you're doing a big tank, yeah, you use the tube of silicone. If you're doing a little tank like this, though, you're going to want to get the nail and the saran wrap. And as soon as you're done doing any parts of the DIY, you are going to want to seal this bad boy up so the silicone doesn't dry. And when you snip this, you can actually see it in the sun. You see that seal that they have inside of the plastic? When you go to put it on the caulk gun beforehand, stab that seal like 10 or 20 times. Just get the seal broken really well, because what I've noticed too is if you stab it once, it doesn't, sometimes it won't break the seal enough and you'll wind up exploding the tube out. So just to keep y'all from having a big old mess. And I don't have them out here, but some Nertol gloves would be great, so you don't get this crap all over you. And wear crappy clothes. You and your kids, if you're doing this, make sure y'all wearing some clothes that are meant for out in the yard. Just for anyone that might not think about it. I sometimes forget things. That's the only reason I'm warning all y'all, because man, that silicone can get messy if you if you don't dot your I's and Q's with it. It gets everywhere. But we're going to be creating something like this in the next hour. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and stay tuned. Oh.